Hi guys, so today I have a couple new sets to share with you from Diamond Press. They did send these items free of charge from my review, and all opinions are my own. And any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. And these items are currently available on HSN, so I'll have the links to HSN there. And brand new and fun, and I really look forward to checking this out. So this is the Flutter Stencil Stamps and Dies. And since they are already available on HSN, I was able to see a little bit something about these, and I was like, that is so cool. I love layering stencils, and wow, these are really nice and sizable. So the reason I have these is because they are similar, so I'm going to pair them together so we have the technique down. Look at the die size. Let me check this out. So obviously they're butterflies on this one. I mean, it's like 3.5 at the wingspan there, and just over 2 inches in the other direction, and the other ones kind of along with that. Love this kind of thing. Look at this one. That's going to be so pretty to use on cards with sentiments and things. Comes with a cutting folder, of course, and again, that's for the marquee, but if you don't have a marquee, these will also cut in a machine that cuts thin metal dies. We have sentiments, sending many thanks, just because, a little note, you are amazing, spread your wings and fly, life is beautiful, can't wait to see how far you fly. And then the layering stencils, let's check these guys out. Sorry. Oh, how cute. Oh, I'm going to rip this open. Actually, I'm going to use this later, possibly. I'm going to put that to the side. I love the way they have these the registrations. So when you layer stencils or have this kind of thing, you want registration marks, right, to make it easier to lay them down. So you can color that in, or you don't have to. Like, let's say if you're putting this right on a card front, you don't want to use that. But it does help you kind of see what's going on. So you can just color them with a little bit of ink, and then everything layers. So this is number 1. So you would do that. And you bring out number 2, and you would do that. Again, lining up your little registration marks. And then number 3 and number 4 and number 5, and you would lay them on top of each other. Of course, like I said, if you don't want to mark those little registration marks, you can see right through where, you know, this one layers over the butterfly, so you would just do it that way. Let's say if you're doing like a 5x7 or something like that. So we have all the different layers. Oh, that is so cute. And then we have some instructions here. Again, they're letting you know basically how you would go ahead and stencil in there and have that beautiful little guy. What's so sweet, and that's what I noticed in the examples, like on the HSN site there, is that this can be a card front, right? It has this beautiful kind of composition of little butterflies going on. But if you want to then also cut them out, you can just cut them out and use them however you like. So like that could be your card front. You can cut them into individual pieces. You can just do one of the butterflies if you want to just stencil one because you just want one big guy, or however, and then you have all the other pieces. Look at that. So cute. And so this one is meant to be layered behind the other is what it looks like, as you can see. So all the sentiments fit in this guy, the little bracket kind of, and then this one's just there as an extra, which is really nice because I like the bigger size on that, so you can pretty much cut, like if you have any other sentiment stamps that are just kind of like a line or however, you know, more linear. So we have that, and then this one, I was just like, these just go hand in hand. This is the Bouquet Stencil Stamps and Dies. I am so excited to try these out, you guys. Oh, this one just, yes. Okay, hold on, let me get this out of here. Look at this. So we have the big bouquet, and we'll check that out in just a minute. But then you have the smaller dies also, so just cut portions of it. So again, just like the butterflies that are kind of in their own composition, then you can cut pieces if you want. We have, again, the marquee folder, the cutting folder. Thinking of you, just wanted to say thank you, get well soon, congratulations, sending my sympathy, just a note, you know, just for you, I love you, miss you. I mean, let me see. You know, this guy from the other set can cut these guys too. And then this one's a little bit smaller, so you can kind of mix and match those, you know. Just wanted to see kind of how they work together if you would like. Love it. So cool. Okay. But pretty much all these sentiments also cut with this die, okay, that's in this set. Excuse me, so that way if you want to mix and match them, you can, but if you want to pick up one set or the other, obviously they're going to do what they need to do individually. So this one, again, you have that composition, you build up, you know, they're just showing, obviously you're going to layer the different stencils stencil I'll show them to you in just a minute, but then again, you can cut certain parts out. So like this little spray cuts out, the flower by itself cuts out, this leaf in the center cuts out, this little leaf down at the, or flower down at the bottom, the one that's in the spray, but also they have a die for it. I mean, you can make your own decoupage with that, right? If you wanted to have this layer, that layer, and then the little flower on top even. I mean, so cute. So again, the sentiments and then the die that cuts all those for you. And let's check this guy out. And then I have this sweet box over here because I think we can kind of pair these things together in a fun way. So I brought those out too. So I'll show you that in just a minute. Okay. So again, layer 1, layer 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, you can isolate certain areas. You don't have to do the whole thing if you didn't want, you know, start with that, or if you just want the leaves and you're gonna cut it out, or you just want a certain flower. I mean, you can just use the different little areas. So cute. Oh my gosh. And then to help me top this off a little bit, I have the reflective faux rhinestones and pearls, and I love when Diamond Press puts together the rhinestones and pearls because you get the best of both of those worlds, right? So you have the shiny and then like the softer kind of pearl finish in one case. So let me open this up. Here we go. There's 9 colors, and I always get asked if these are new colors, and usually what I do is I look back at my collection and I can see that the packaging is new, so they are different colors. That doesn't mean they don't repeat. Like, let's say there's a red in here and there's a red in another one, but this one has this other color, you know, those kind of things. But let's check it out. This is white, purple, pink, red, yellow, green, aqua, lilac, and iridescent. Again, those are very, you know, basic terms, so it could be a different shade, right, than what's in a different set. So let me just, oh my gosh, already off the bat, and I had mentioned, this is what's funny, it did say reflective, didn't it? I was like, oh, you have the best of both, you know, you have the shiny, but look at these pearls! Look at the way my ring light makes them look, because it's just a circle up here, so it just reflects out. Those are so cool. Is that like an AB? It looks like Aurora Borealis, right? Effect, but iridescent. I mean, these are so cool. Okay, well, let's look on this side. So what happens is they kind of pair them up in a way that starts in the center, and this side is the I suppose iridescent, which is basically like clear, unless that's the white. Let me see. Huh. I don't know. I'm assuming that's the one, unless it just means they're all iridescent. I'm not sure. But either way, these are the clear ones, right? So you have the rhinestones on this side. They're clear. Again, you can color these with alcohol ink markers. You can make them any color. And this is kind of like the silvery clear, but I think there's another... yeah, the white's in the back. So yeah. Okay, so on this side, I'm just going to go this way, and then we'll go back the other way. This is the purple, which kind of has like a red undertone, really pretty. Pink, a little juicy. A very bright red. I would say like candy apple, but like lighter than that, almost orangey red. So I guess not candy apple. There you go. A yellow. A little deeper yellow than just like a super, super bright yellow. Kind of a lime green. I don't know if you can see, it's very soft. That, I assume this is what they call aqua. Yep. And then lilac, which is different than the purple. And then it said iridescent, right, in the list. And I guess that's what this... Oh my gosh, look at these. So yeah, these are definitely AB, where this one's more just crystal or white, I guess. That's what they call it there. You see that? Love it. So on this side, okay, we saw that pretty lady. Look at these. Oh my gosh. They're purple and... awesome. I don't even know how... Look at that. They just look so cool. It's my ring light that's just reflecting right on that top. That pink. This one is like a red with that AB. It makes it look orangey, a little purple. I mean, there's just a lot of colors going on. I don't know if you can see that, like where it looks more purple and look orange. This is like a yellow gold, pretty much, in my opinion. It's not just yellow. It looks a little more gold. That lime green, and this one is definitely a lime green. Look how pretty. Oh my gosh, they're so cool. And then we have the, again, aqua. I keep looking because I want to say teal. Aqua. Again, all with that AB. And then, of course, the different sizes. I'm sorry if I didn't mention that because they've been making these, and I probably talked about that earlier on, but it has a small, large, medium, and large. Oh, and then that's another thing, a little bit different in this one. I don't know if you see, they're all on one sheet, when previously they would have different like layers, or it just depends on the set. But this one's all on one sheet, so you just open it up and you pop out your sheet and you have all your different sizes there. Small, medium, and large. Again, this is the lilac. It has kind of a burgundy tone even. Popping out, really pretty. And then this is the iridescent. So cool. I know this one's a little bit harder to see, but it's very much AB. Okay, so I'm gonna grab some inks, some paper, and all that good stuff, and we will get started. Okay guys, so a lot of times I have a magnetic board that I like to stick my stencils to, but it's very reflective. So today I'm just gonna use tape, just hold it down. I have my Diamond Press inks here with the daubers, and I just always have that kind of for reference there with them. I took them out of the packaging, so it's just easier for me to kind of get to for this video. So I'm gonna start with the bouquet, and I probably am gonna cut it out and then put it on top of a card. So I'm just gonna start with number 1. Okay, I'm gonna put this here, and I'm just gonna tape it as we go along. To be honest, I can probably just line it up with the edge of my paper and not even, you know, worry about that. But I'm just gonna put it right here. And of course, we don't want this to move, so that's why we tape it. And so I'm just gonna put a little tape, and it's just gonna stick it to my surface even. And that's fine, and I'll just reuse that tape too. And okay, so I'm gonna start with some green. So this is from the neutrals set. And you know, a lot of times I'll start kind of in the center and I'll try to really get the green or whatever color down and then go lighter as I go out, you know, just to give it a little variation of color instead of just everything being super dark green or whatever it is. So, you know, I'll start where I think like this center and then kind of let it go as I go out. So it's just a little bit lighter. And you know, you can just completely cover the whole thing in green however you want to do it, but that's just kind of a little tip. That way you have a little variation in your color and it's not all just one color. And that looks like I got everything. Again, with stenciling, it's just very pretty, very ethereal, soft, so like I wouldn't worry about it too much. Alright, and you can always lift it up and take a peek. Oh, you know what I want to do? I'm going to color in that little green star on the corner, even though I don't really need it, but just to show you what that registration mark helps you do. Should have probably laid something down to not cover. So we have that. And I'm going to remove these guys, and I'll wash this off in just a minute. And then we're going to bring in number 2. And so with number 2, you know, I have my little star up here and star down here. Hopefully you can kind of see. Also the very edge where the ink kind of left that. And I'm lining those up. And I can see that those fit right in there really nicely. Again, with those registration marks helping you out. I probably won't use the registration marks after this because you really just need that first one, right? I don't need to come in with my color and, you know, color that in at this point. We already got it. Ooh, I'll do something kind of fun. Let me see. I'm gonna make this flower very soft. I'm gonna use this yellow. And again, I just pick up a little color, kind of starting in the center. I'm gonna make this one really, really soft. So I'm not trying to put too much color, and I'm kind of starting in the center and pushing out. Of course, you do want color to be all over it so you can see the flower shape. Like I can pick this up a little bit and have an idea. Yeah, I need a little bit more. Actually, I have plenty of ink on this dauber. I don't really need to dip it back in there. And again, you know, each flower can be a different color or however you want to do it. Pretty. Oh, okay. So that's layer 2. And again, let's say you remove it, and since we have those registration marks, and you're like, oh no, you know, I want to do more or something, no big deal. You can pop it right back down really easily, seeing through it. Oh, so sweet. Okay, so that's our yellow. And then let's see what this next layer. This next layer was number 3, of course, and it brings in, oh, so cute. So it brings in like little roses. What do they look like? So let's see. We're going classic red. Ooh, we have blue, hot, kind of a pink. And of course, you can also mix colors, right? And then they don't all have to be red. Like this can be something else. It could be a different type of little bloom. So let's do that. Let's do a light pink for these little dots. And then I'll do a darker for what I think. Like I'm going to get this pink and go in here. Okay, that's that little guy. This one looks different to me than like, I don't know. Maybe you can do it yellow, the same color as these other flowers. This one looks more rosebuddy to me, so I'm just going to go in here. And then out here, right? And then I'll switch out to red. So I got my red, and just get that in there. Again, kind of starting in the center and pushing out towards the edge. And out that way. And I'm kind of giving it a, so it gives a different look, a little brushed. They're slightly different, look at that. So cute. I'm gonna build this up a little bit more. Just to differentiate it more from that pink. Okay. Aw, so sweet. Let me rinse some of these off and I'll be right back because I do like to rinse off my stencils as I'm using them. But I'll rinse these last 3 off and I'll be right back. And that is new. Just rinse them with water. Alright, number 4. Let's see what 4 brings us. Looks like some more of those little guys. Aw. You know, maybe I'll make these. I'm trying to think what color I would like to go with. Let's see this again. Maybe add a little blue or something. Let's do this deep blue over here. And again, they can be different colors. I'm just going in with blue, so I'm going to go in and add that blue. Aww. And our last color, I think it's going to bring in all the little flower centers. Since this is the last one, I can see we need flower centers. And let me put that to the side. Again, I'm using the little stars, but if you know, you can pretty much see through and you can see where you should be placing the guys, or little pieces. Okay, so let's see. I was going to do some different colors, so you can definitely do that, but maybe I'll just go and put some brown centers. Trying to see if this one or this deeper brown. Let's do this one. Or at least these little guys. So cute. So it's like a brownish red. And then the little roses. Maybe I'll do a different color for those too. Maybe do a little orangey color there. And then we'll take a second to talk about what we can do with this little background we just made. Aww. So I'm gonna go rinse these guys off, clean up a little bit, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we have our pretty bouquet, and then the dies, again, you know, I'm gonna cut out the whole thing because I want to use it as a background, and we're gonna pop some little butterflies here and there. But we can take this guy and it will cut out the whole thing. You can do that, and then you can also do it again and again and layer it up. I mean, there's lots of different ways to try this out. I just want to show you real quick. So like this guy would cut this area like this, if you wanted it to. Oh, like this, actually. There we go. So it has a little bit of the little, you know, pieces. And how cute is that isolated by itself? And then again, so on, you know, with the different, just the leaf in the center here, or some of the flowers. And then you can, of course, use those in conjunction with each other, right? You have your leaves, you have little flowers, and build them up different ways. So really, really cool. But I am going to use this guy when we get there. And next I'm going to try out some of the butterflies. So let's grab those guys. Sorry about that, some traffic out there. Okay, so I'll probably just start here in this corner with this one. And then we have the different layers. So I'm trying to see like what I want to do. So let me think about it. I'm just going to kind of go through and see what it is that I would want. Generally, you build up lighter to darker, right? So you start off with lighter colors and then you move up to darker colors. So let me think about which colors I would like to use for this project, and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's get going on this one here. I'm just going to put that down. And in the instructions that show, you can use a pencil to kind of color that in if you want. I I'm going to start off, so, you know, if you're kind of looking at it, because they do give you an example of what it ends up looking like, and you can kind of see like the light blue is there, it's in this middle part, it's the little dots there. So I'm going to start off with like a peachy pink because I like that. So I'm going to use this guy. So this larger butterfly is going to be mostly that color, and then there's going to be accents of that color elsewhere. Again, you can just use different colors all over. I am going to actually use the registration down, oopsie, in this corner. And a little bit here. Again, I don't want to get it on my surface too much. That's good. Okay. And this one, I will pounce because I don't know if you can see, it's very delicate in the center part, and these little guys can definitely shift on you. So I'm just going to pounce, pounce, pounce. It's going to have a different look. But again, pouncing mostly in the center because I like that to be the deepest part. And again, pouncing, pouncing. If I was to rub this, I would probably move some of those guys. So let's just pounce. And here I can kind of do the same circular motion I've been doing, and then these little dots here. Okay, and that's layer 1. Oh, so sweet. And then we have layer 2. And I have my little registrations to help me there. But you know, once you get it down, you can kind of see what you're doing. So you can have that whole look at it and know kind of where you're at. And this one just has some little accents, but this is most of the color on this guy and this guy. So, you know, this one's still going to have, I think, another bit of color further out. So just whatever you want to do for that. I was thinking about this pretty kind of teal here. So this time I can rub, rub, rub. So just look at your stencil and see kind of what it is that you're supposed to be doing to know if you can move it in a circular motion or if you just need to be pouncing or however, you know, just to make sure you're not moving the little plastic bits too much. And like this one here, I'll probably pounce. I'm giving a little bit of a twist, but not too much. That's layer 2. And I'll do layer 3 before I wash off my stencils. Layer 3. Oh, there we go. So I have like a pinky, peachy, coral, teal. Maybe this lemon yellow. This one's not getting any color from this color that I'm going to use next. So I have some areas in here. And I'm just using like fantastical colors, but this top one, I mean, if I wanted to make it like monarch colors, I think it'd be really great. Pounce on this one because that little plastic looks a little more delicate, so I don't want to move it. Look at that. And I'm going to rinse these off. I'll be right back. Okay, those rinsed off. So look at this. I think I'm going to go with a light blue maybe. Let's see. So on this one, this is layer 4. We have some little dots that are going to go in there, and then this piece here. And again, these can be different, so maybe what I'll do is the very light blue on the butterfly at the top, and then I'll do a darker blue down here with this one. Really light, so just a little more. And then on this bottom one, I'll do a darker blue. Kind of move that one a little bit. There we go. Pretty. And then this last one, I'm just going to wrap it all up bring it all home with black, I think. And you can go green, dark green, I mean maybe some black, maybe some dark green, you know, the little body part, maybe you want to do that different color. I'm just going to go black with everything. So I'm going to do this. Using my little registration marks, but look how perfectly that lines up on there. Hope you can see that. Sorry about the glare, but that's just the lighting there. Okay, and go with black. Just pushing it into that little antenna area. But again, if you wanted this different than black, you can definitely use different color and just pop it in there. So pretty. I'm kind of brushing it. I'm going to pick up this extra ink, bring it with me over here. Get into that small area there. Oh wow, I didn't even see that. There's these little black dots right here. So I'm really pushing into that area. You see those little guys? There we go. And then this guy over here. Just pouncing this one because these two guys can move possibly, so I'm pouncing in that area, maybe a little darker here. Wow. Oh, look at that. And again, so this could be a whole card front, but I'm going to cut individual pieces. So let me rinse these off, clean up a little bit, and then we'll start assembling our card. Okay, so I'm going to trim these down. But again, you know, you have your little composition. I was thinking with the stencils, you can even turn them backwards, and then if you want your composition to be facing a different way. But the stencils, you know, the dies would be opposite, so you're not going to be able to cut them out that way, but you can definitely use them as a background, you know, as an actual card topper. On some of them. These might be symmetrical, so you can probably still do that. So I think for today, I'm probably only going to be able to use this guy, maybe this guy, with what I want to do. So either way, you just take your dies, and, you know, you line them up. I can see pretty well through that one, but if you can't, or if you would like, you can do that aperture trick I've shown you guys in the past, where you take your die, tape it down a little bit, roll it through with like a scrap piece of paper, and then leave it taped down, and all you have to do is see through your scrap piece of paper where you're actually cutting, and then lay your die back down, and you'll cut out perfectly your different pieces. But I'm going to cut this guy, and then I'll cut the other two, because I don't think we should put the dies all together. They might touch in this area. So I'll run that through. And then with this guy, I'm just going to cut out the whole bouquet. The paper I did use was a very, what's the word? Smooth card, you know. But if you want to use a toothy card, like a card that has texture, it'll look nice. It'll just give it more texture when you're stenciling. So I can see through this pretty well too, even though there's not harsh edges, but you can just see right in there. And I'm going to tape that down and cut out this whole thing. So when I come back, I'll have these guys cut, ready to go. Oh, you know, if you wanted to, because I'm going to do something that's going to be white on white, you could definitely go around this with like a ink or anything, something like blue color, green color, whatever it is that you want, and then trim it out so you have that edging. I'm just trying to make sure I have this nicely as I can get it. That looks really good right there. Okay, I'll just run it through the marquee right quick. My older cutting folders, of course, you always get a new one every time. So I'll run this through, and I'll run these guys through, and I'll be right back. easy to just cut out. So what I'm going to do is, the other day I had tried out the window background dies. So I have a card base here, that's a slimline card base that I cut to 8, well, it's already 8.5 by 7, and then scored it at 3.5 on the 7-inch side. So I'm just going to take a moment to glue this guy down. I had ran it through the other day to show you what that looks like. So again, white on white. And I'm going to bring this guy in. So there's going to be a lot of white, but then we have these pops of color. I mean, look at that. So I'm just going to take a moment to line this out with some glue. Maybe put glue on the back of my hand to get this little middle sections going. The areas that are kind of thinner. And I'll just glue that straight down. And this does cut 8.5 by 3.5, so it is the full front of, you know, a slimline card. I'm just getting that to get a little glue here and there on those small pieces, and then I will put glue here. We're going to cover this up anyhow, so this part. And I'm just going to hold that down till it stays, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so we have that. We have our topper piece. We can place however we like. I said I would use this guy, of course. Maybe up there somewhere. You know, maybe, You know what? Why don't we use all the pieces? Why not? Huh? Look at that. So pretty. So what I think I'll do is I'll move this up just a little bit. Like when I actually glue it down. And I'm going to glue it down relatively flat, but you know, if you want to put a little dimension on this, a little dimension on your butterflies, then you have that much more dimension. Let me pick that up. And I'm going to move it up just a little bit higher so I have a little more room down here. And I'm letting it hang off the edge. So if you have a standard size envelope, like I think it's a number 10, for a slim line, you're still going to have plenty of room in both directions. It's a little bit longer and quite a bit wider. I think they're like 4 inches or so, or a little bit bigger than that. So if I want to let this stick off the side, I can definitely do that. And it's not a problem, which is what I'm going to do. And then I'll put these other little guys on here. So lots of butterflies. And I'm just putting a glob of glue there. Gonna put him out here. Something like that. And then we have these two. And then we'll have a sentiment. I'm trying to think. Yeah, we can put this guy over here. Glob of glue there. A little bit of wet glue there. And I'm covering up a little bit of what I stenciled, but I'm okay with that. That guy there. And then this guy can be down here. Yep. Maybe bring this one down a little bit more. So you can see I'm just giving it texture and movement. Oh my gosh. And then we'll stamp a little something, and maybe just, again, whenever I do this kind of thing, I'm gonna stamp in just a stark kind of white. So I have this piece of paper here, and so this is from, this is from the butterfly set, and then we have these also from the Bouquet set. But I think I'm gonna use the butterfly set one and have just like a smaller sentiment going across here. Let's see. Congratulations, get well soon, hello friend. Let's do hello friend. And we're just going to stamp that right quick. Some black ink, and then I will cut it out. Let me do it up here a little bit. Okay, and then I'll just eyeball this and cut that out. Okay. And you know, we can definitely drop shadow this if you would like, but I think I'm just going to leave it there like crystal, like that, nice and fresh. And I'm trying to think where I want to put it. Like in there, a little higher up. Nah, I feel like it needs to tuck in here. You can also even trim off one of the ends if you wanted and just like, you know, have it hanging out. So you can think about that when you go to cut it. If you just want to cut off one side, you can die cut this. It's a little closer to this edge, however it is that you want to work that. And I think I'll just use some of this since I've been using it. And pop that on here. Oh, you can also give it movement. Forget about that. If you want to do a little something like this, and since already we have a lot of dimension on this guy, you can definitely like give it a curl or curve it however you would like. I'm just gonna pop that in there. All right, let me clean up just a little bit, and then we're gonna add some little gemmies. Okay, so we are doing a lot with this card. Again, it was white on white, and I knew I was gonna add a lot of color, so it wasn't a big deal. Oh my gosh, of course I opened it in that first pink. This calls my name. Oh my gosh. So pretty. Like, I don't know. Okay, well, let me flip through this. I think I wanted to stay with something maybe a little more, I don't know, maybe just these little guys, the AB types back here. And I just want to add a little something here and there. So down over here, you know, let me get my correct tool here. And again, whenever you have the little tacky tool, if you need to get more stuff out, you just give it a little bit of a turn, because just a little bit of a turn will actually get it going. You don't want to squeeze it too much or turn it too much, because then it'll just keep coming out and you're like, oh no. So just like the smallest amount, if you can see, it's still growing. I don't know if you can tell, but it's still coming out. Like this guy down in here. And then like two little guys. That's the kind of thing I like to do. So something like that. And then since I have those down in this corner, oh my gosh, you guys, I'll do the same thing over in this corner. I would say it looks like they have like little glitter. I don't know, they're so pretty. Okay, like over here. Close to that guy. Maybe I'll move this one up. Something like that. Just add a little something. Look at what all is going on in this card. Just gorgeous. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Thank you so much, Dye and Press, for sending these items for review. I'll have the links in the description box for all the kits that are currently available there on HSN. And I will see you guys at the next one. Images coming right up. All right, bye now.